much. We're back. Gavani got braces. I just nimesema imenitoka.
Imekutoka. Wow. Oh my days. Hi guys, how have you guys been?
We've missed you so much.
You guys, I don't even have any explanation for how long we've waited to be back here.
I know.
Guys, lakini maisha ilikuwa inatupeleka mbio.
But tumerudi.
Specifically mimi. But chanijiseme mapema.
How have you guys been? I'm so glad we're back. I've missed you, though I've seen you, I think, every day since. I've missed the crew. I've missed the producers. I've
missed Summerbox.
I've missed you guys talking to us. I've missed everything about this podcast.
I feel like what I've missed the most is like giving opinions about stuff that clearly you guys are going to realize so much has changed between us.
Yeah.
Like... To my switch this season, me the gangster kiasi.
Can you believe I'm the lover girl this year? Oh my gosh. Sick to my stomach.
I'm so excited for what you guys are going to see in this season. I really hope it resonates with you guys. I hope that you're able to feel the growth and also for you to accept the fact that your opinions can change as you grow and as you have different experiences.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for season 2.
And in NGL fashion, of course, our first episode is not gonna lie. We have learned a lot of things about relationships. And we had to write them down. Go serious. We're not leaving no stone unturned. So, baby, you want to start with the first one? Because actually, ni category ya Gadoni. She's the queen of this sector.
Darasa, taking notes. I was a graduate, like, I don't even know. Like
Graduado. She's graduated.
I've graduated from this relationship streets, bro. Like, I've really graduated. And I feel like, for starters, even before we start doing the points, this episode came Nimimi nilifaitia, honestly.
Honestly, I'm just a supporting role.
Yeah. But like a supportive bestie who's just like, yes, I believe you.
Yeah.
Power. But like the reason that I thought about this so much is because I have a baby cousin. And I think I spoke about this like in season 1 as well. And I wish that she would get the advice that I'd give here. Like I really wish that someone would be able to tell someone who's younger than me, even people who are older than us, that, bro, this even though Zico, like, because we decided that this podcast we're going to grow together. So, by force. So that includes vulnerability.
Yeah.
Ningetaka sana kuignore conversation.
But we can't.
Because it's such a big thing.
We actually remember in season 1, we were like, we don't want this podcast to be a relationship podcast. But we're really tukona insider information.
Alafu plot inaenda ikifike and kwanza hapo kikaribia miaka za kwanza kuolewa. Things are thick, bwana. Things are very thick. So it's important for us to actually have this conversation. So that was the genesis of how this episode came about. It wasn't just like, oh, let's come here and like give people opinions and advice. It was coming from a place of, really wish people told me this when I was 21, you know?
Because your teacher was the world, isn't it?
Hey, mimi ulimwengu ilinishika hivi kama GSU.
Ndio hiyo methali. I was really looking for it. Asiyefunzwa na something.
Na mwenye watu niliovi kutrozo kujuna, hata ukanyagi ground. That was me. So this is going to be an episode where we talk about relationships and what we have learned so far about
relationships.
And trust me, whatever it is I'm going to say here, especially Mimi, take it to the bank, bro. Take it to the bank.
Mine's never changed. I feel like my stance is still almost the same.
Mine's evolved.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
But like, we need to tell you. We need to let you guys know.
So that was the genesis of this episode. I'm going to start off with my first very important point in my heart. I feel it in my nuggies. Like, guys, this is how deeply I feel this point. Number 1, if his father is cheating, his brother is cheating, his uncle is cheating, his grandmother cheated, his auntie, his best friend, his neighbor, his exes, he's cheating on you.
She's just gone right for the jugular.
Like this.
Like, let's go right deep in the deep end.
What can you want to be Kichu? Like, I know a lot of people, especially in society, they shy away from speaking about, you know, cheating or being cheated on and stuff like that, because a lot of people view it as, you know, a stain on themselves. Like, why did this happen to me? Because I know when I was like dealing with a lot of the things that, you know, I ended up finding out.
The people being cheated on or the person cheating?
Mimi na judge wanna cheat.
Oh. Because I feel like the people cheating even sometimes take pride in the having many babes.
And I feel like now that's where I was heading with this conversation. A lot of times people shy away from this conversation because the party that's cheating feels so much pride that just like, yeah, I'm getting away with this, I'm this, I'm that.
You know?
Yeah, and the person being cheated on feels, you shrink, you kind of are like,
how could that happen to me?
Like, I'm a bad bitch, like I'm a nice person. And I feel like the reason I've said whatever it is I've said, I'm gonna give you 2 specific reasons as to why I've said that. Number 1, let's just use law of probability. Kila mtu hapa alikuwa high school, mlifanya mathematics, enda ChatGPT. Uandike, if my partner has a best friend who's cheating, friend who's cheating, XYZ, what is the probability of them cheating on me in X amount of time during our relationship? Like, if you've dated for 6 months, what's the probability in 6 months? Itakuambia ukweli.
Wahenga na wahenguzi hawakutufanya sijui nini. Waliposema birds of the same feather
flock together.
Woo-hoo.
And the reason that I'm saying this is not even because but then when I'm talking about this, it's not ideally. Si ati najaribu kubash mtu because, you know, then again, as a person who's in therapy, I came to the understanding and the realization that people do a lot of things to survive, a lot, and it includes even hurting you. Because sometimes people are doing these things because they have not seen any better. Sometimes people are doing these things because they have been hurt before. Sometimes people are doing these things because innately inside themselves are very insecure. So hata nikiongelea story na nikikwambia hizi vitu, it is not because I'm trying to bash even the people who are cheating or the people who are struggling with that as a part of their day-to-day. Because honestly, it is a problem that someone is feeling probably insecure in their relationship and they feel like they need to step out. It's not to bash you. It is to protect the person who does not want this to happen to them, for them to see the signs earlier. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the second point I'm going to give you as to why that statistic nimekupea hapa kila mtu ana cheat, he's cheating on you, is human beings are insanely selfish.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing human beings hate, it is discomfort. Therefore, human beings will never put themselves in a situation where ati nimeenda nimeka place, kila mtu, they're extremely well educated, well traveled, and I'm the only one who's gone to study class 2. I'll feel very inferior because it'll be very pronounced that I'm very different from these people. And that's even you, if you check your friends, like you check your friends, most of them have similar interests to you. They have a similar background and education to you. Most of the people who are you're friends with, either you went to the same uni, same high school, you have some similarities. It is very difficult for you to pull yourself out of that situation and put yourself smack in the middle of another environment that is uncomfortable and unfamiliar. And that's how you need to think about cheating. If someone is very comfortable around people who are consistently cheating, it is A, because those people will tolerate the same behavior from them, or B, they're just comfortable in that situation. That's what they're familiar with.
And I asked you something earlier. Do you feel like cheating is contagious, like in a friend group, or it's just a choice that people make collectively?
I think
like you are not a cheater, but because you're hanging out with me, who's a cheater, I influenced you. Or it was your choice to follow what I do because you feel like, oh,
I'll fit in.
Yeah.
I think cheating, certain behaviors, especially character traits, they are not contagious.
Yeah, I feel like it's a choice.
It's a choice.
It's a choice, imagine. Like
however, if you're a cheater and you're consistently doing it in my face, and I am self-aware, you'll make me uncomfortable.
Exactly.
There's no two ways about it. Like, I will not, let me acha for example. When I was younger, kulikuwa na time yenye watu walikuwa na phase ya wababas, sindio? Like, everyone was, I feel like...
Jaisha, bado iko.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
But like, kuna time watu walikuwa na hiyo phase. Mi sijai kuwa mse wa kudate wababa. In fact, I don't understand what you guys have in common. I'm usually just like, this person is wrinkly. Like, there's just a lot that in my head just doesn't work for me.
And also, we don't mean ati wababa's like you can't date older, because me, you know. we're not saying that, but like significantly older.
Yeah, significantly older, especially when I was like in my early 20s. Like that never just used to sit right with me. And I used to have friends who used to do that. And I remember one of the most distinct conversations I've ever had with one of them was I called them. I wanted to go out. I was like, Mkoapi. And she's like, oh, I'm here with XYZ. And I'm like, oh, I can come, because she hadn't told me who they're with. Like, hakwa ameniambia kila mtu. And then she went like, honestly, Gadoni, I don't think you'd be comfortable. And I was like, you guys are with older men? She's like, yeah. And that was it.
She already
still
knew.
My friend?
Yeah. Because you see, at least she knows your boundaries as a friend, and she knows that this situation would make you uncomfortable.
But what that meant was I was deeply aware of what I wanted and what I didn't. When people are not aware of what they want, you can be influenced to become a cheat.
Well, I want to give props to your friend as well, because she knew that
this was not something.
You do know you have friends who are just like, fuck, we kuja tu.
We kuja tu.
Hey. Utavai, we kuja.
He's nice. He's a doctor.
Even as your friend, she knew that this is where you draw the line and this will make you feel some type of way.
And that requires an unusual amount of self-awareness. If you do not have that, you will be stuck. It's like doing drugs. Like,
it's true.
If you stay around someone who smokes a lot of weed, eventually you'll take a gummy. Or you'll buy the chocolate. Or you'll smoke a joint. Eventually.
But if you're self-aware, you'll just be
like, nah.
I feel like there's, even when it comes to like drinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, the same.
You can, if you know me, I know my limits. Me, I know I can't go past 5 shots, guys. I'm done.
And now I know hard party.
She's a party girl.
Yeah, I'm a party person. So now you get to understand those dynamics. And that's exactly why I'm saying the probability of a person cheating when they're surrounded by cheaters is really high, because then again, let's not assume that a lot of people in this world are self-aware. Very few people are self-aware.
Yeah.
And you have to ask yourself, if I'm surrounded by every single person around me who's cheating, what is making me so comfortable
about this? Yeah, about me being with these people.
So at what point do you expect that you'll go out with your boys who cheat on every single person every single weekend, and then one day they'll just be like, this baby's hating on you? At what point would you expect to be like, no, I'm a good person, if you're not actually having these conversations? So the advice that I'd give anyone who's like much younger than me is look at the behaviors that they tolerate. They probably mimic those behaviors when you're not around. And even if you find out that someone is cheating on you, I'm wholeheartedly a believer that cheating is a sign of insecurity from that person who's cheating. Don't take it personally. Outa dedi, trust me, ukunje, kuna watu wataki kucheat. Mi nilikuwa na feeling ini kama, oh my God, wow, labda ni nini na wa attracts.
But also
therapy menikanda.
Yeah. For the audience, don't confuse cheating with dating multiple people, if that's your style. But, cheating, we're meaning like you're in a solid relationship and you're doing these things without your partner's knowledge.
Yes.
That's
in
exactly
fact, you're
what
going
we mean.
Above and beyond to lie and make sure that this person
doesn't even have to be sexual.
Out.
Anything that you do that you feel like will make your partner uneasy.
Yes.
And you don't want to let them know. That's cheating. That's cheating.
Yeah,
that's
so
emotional.
so it doesn't seem one-sided, because like I thought about it and I was like, we'll probably talk about this and like ignore the fact that babes also have emotional relationships where you're fully dependent emotionally on your best friend who's a boy or someone else, and your partner is feeling extremely left out. That's emotional infidelity. That is a thing, guys, by the way.
And let me tell you, now you see a scenario like that one, if your partner never brings it to your attention that they feel some type of way, see, unsaid, what's this something
unsaid expectations is never get met, something of the sort,
and it results to unbuilt resentment or something. If you don't communicate what makes you angry, me ntendelea kuongelesha my bestie like, this my nigga, this my boy, I depend on this man because this is how my life has been, right? But if my partner doesn't come to me and tell me, oh, this makes me feel uneasy, there's no way for me to know. Anyways, let me go to my point, which is compatibility is greater than chemistry. Clock that. It's the thrill of the chase. And this is what I feel like I've learned a lot since season 1. I'm more of like the thrill of the chase girl. I like the chase. I like the ananikatia. Wow. Oh, you know what we did last week. And then immediately get Nico. Okay, so this is boring because I was invested in the whole beginning of how the adrenaline rush of getting to know this person. And then once I get to know them and I find out that, oh, wait, we don't even have anything in common, it drops down for me. So I'd tell you guys, look for the long-term goals, look for what you guys have more in common, build from that rather than, oh, this is just a hot guy giving me a good time and good vibes. I mean, that's important too. You want a good time in your relationship, you want good vibes, you want to kick it with your man. But trust me, in the long run, the other things matter way more.
I think my question to you would be like, how, if you're used to like the chase in the beginning, how do you move yourself from that? How do you now, during the chase, start looking at, am I compatible with this person? Because I feel like me and you are the complete opposite.
I'm learning from you, I feel like.
Really?
I start asking important questions early. Because previously I'd look at Gadoni and I'm like, why are you bombarding this boy with questions about his future? You just met him. What do you mean? What do you mean you're asking him what's his career path in 5 years? Bruh.
First of all, like,
we're in the beach. Can you just kiss this boy and have a good time? But now I'm that girl. Like, second date, I'm like, hey, unafanya? Like, what do? Like, where life yako ina pan out aje? How does it involve a partner? Even if it's not me, what do you envision? Like,
I think that's so freaking interesting because I only just realized that I do that. I did not know I do that.
You do that.
I literally cancel men mentally so quickly. Like,
Gavin is, I feel like we're very different. Me, I'm more of the I'll be nice to people till you give me a reason not to trust you. Gadoni will not trust you till you give her a reason to trust you. So
nimefunzwa bwana, like ulimwengu ilinishika kama GSU. But like, I think right now, especially in 2025, guys, I feel like last year bado nilikuwa napitia vitu mob. Sikuwa nimeshika hii nini a lot. But the more I become comfortable with like being alone, the more I find it like just freaking unimpressive for you to come into my life just simply because you're cute or you can take me out on dates. I find it like my body feels overwhelmed to care about you to an extent that is superficial. So I think like don't get me wrong. It's possible for you to have the chemistry and get to know someone.
Yeah. And have the vibes.
And
still ask the really important questions. Like, they can go hand in hand. Yeah. Before, I used to think it's either or. Like, you just enjoy the vibes. You'll get to know him later.
But now you see me, that's put me in situations where I've dated people who can cosplay the man that I want because I've had this conversation
early. So, and you see now for me, it results in me having multiple people in between short spans of time. Like, I find like, I dated this one for 2 months and then we broke up. And then I met another one in a month. We dated for 3 months and I was like, it didn't work out. It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
But now me end up doing the flip thing for dating someone for a very long time.
And then you're like, oh, wait.
Yeah. But also I think the way that you're also kind of teaching me how to look for chemistry as well and like actually live in the moment is that as a person who I'm really relationship centered, guys.
She really is. Yeah. Guys, we just came back from vacation and Gadoni would not enjoy vacation. I'm just like, girl, relax. Just relax. Enjoy it.
I actually had a good time. Contrary to what she thinks, I was actually, for the first time in a very long time, opening up.
I feel like, actually, I'll give you your flowers.
Yeah.
You really did a good job.
Yeah, I really
previous Gadoni would have been like,
I would not have done it. Yeah, I'm done. Like, thanks.
DJ Nyags is on stage and she's like, so what's your life goal?
What's acha kumsikiza yeye utamwonane.
Wewe utamwona huko. Wewe nataka kujua wewe unataka watoto wangapi.
So That is actually not true. Those are not first date questions, but I'm really relationship centered. And what you've taught me is the chemistry could be just as fun. It doesn't have to mean that because I like you or you like me that you're my person. Like it's just...
It was an experience.
I experienced you. Like, yeah.
I enjoyed it.
And
your season ended.
Yeah. Thank you. Roll credits.
Love Island season 1, episode 1.
A new bombshell has just entered the villa.
Quite literally.
So I feel like that's really an interesting take. I did not know that could happen. I used to just be like, yeah. Here we have to be serious.
This is my man and this is my man. Yeah.
My second and most important point, I think this is going to be the point that I make from my heart. No,
take it away, girl. Take it away, sister. Preach to the choir.
Relationships, contrary to what people believe, act as mirrors to ourselves. People get into relationships and you're looking for love and compatibility and comfort and, all these nice whimsical things that Disney told you you're supposed to be getting.
Yeah.
Those are all true. But the things that trigger you in that relationship is a reflection of who you are.
It's true.
The things that you do in retaliation and how you respond to those situations is a good example of who you are as an individual.
And also things you don't want to work on.
Yeah.
Things you're running away from.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Any single time that you get into a relationship and it ends, acheni niwape story ndio sasa nini
mpate gist
and you understand mbona season 2 haingekuja last year. A girl was going through it. I got into a relationship in 2020. It ended in 2023. And I feel like when I got out of that relationship, I thought it was going to be very easy to move on from. It turns out I was really in love with that person. And it was a very difficult, thing to do. And obviously, I am in therapy. So obviously, I was going to talk about it in therapy. I really took forever to start talking about it because I genuinely feel like nilianza kuongelea story after a whole year. Because who doesn't know how to deal with her emotions? This guy. But eventually, one of the sessions that we were having, I was just like, why did I feel like this? I was like, why am I in this situation? I cared. I did this. I did that. And I remember him telling me, Gadoni, people get 2 to 3 great loves of their lives. 2 to 3. You get your first love, which is your puppy love, the one that you fell in love with in high school. Sometimes you get your second love and that's your final love. Sometimes your second love is really difficult and eventually you guys get married and it transforms into your third. And sometimes the second love just doesn't work. And when it doesn't work, the question shouldn't be, why did this happen to me? It's what did it teach me about myself?
What lessons did I get?
What lessons did I get?
Yeah.
And one of the biggest lessons that I learned in that season of my life, because hand to God, me karibuni dedi, guys. Where
I don't even know why I'm laughing.
It's not funny.
It's not funny because me. Don't even skiza is on phone calls, guys. Safaricom, run me my check. Run me my check.
Could go through it is an understatement. Bro. So one of the biggest things that I learned in that time is that as much as we sit here and we have conversations, right?
Yeah.
And people, when they listen to us, they think, oh my God, these girls are so confident. I was very low in self-love. Very low. And I was also not even very low. I didn't have boundaries. They didn't exist.
Which came as a shocker to me because I feel like other than Gadoni's mother, I spend the most time with Gadoni. And from my perspective, she gives off such radiance and confidence that when she told me that she doesn't feel like this, I was like, this is how the conversation went. Babe, do you think I'm fine? And I was like, fine where? In the head. Oh shit. Because I was like, I don't think she's talking about her body or her confidence. It must be her brain. It must be in the head. And it tells you how even the closest of people
would never be able to tell
that you're dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's how deeply this relationship had affected me, like deeply, deeply affected me.
Yeah.
And even as I was unpacking the fact that it had affected me like that much, I ended up realizing that even to my own fault, it was also my fault that I didn't have certain boundaries. I didn't show up for myself how I was saying I wanted to show up for myself.
Yeah.
And that made me be able to just take a step back and be like, oh my goodness. Like, I wholeheartedly feel like if I had done these things, this relationship would either have ended very differently or very early.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that how you show up in relationships, how relationships end, how you're treated, how you treat your partner is a good. It's like a mirror. It's a direct reflection of how you feel about yourself. So usiingie uko kwa relationship uingishe uko miguu ukisema, oh wow, huku tu nimekuja kupendwa. You have to learn and unlearn the things that you're supposed to be doing there for you to be able to survive in a relationship.
And I will always die on this hill for attachment styles. Guys, there's nothing you can do in a relationship. You cannot move forward if you don't know how you're attached in a relationship.
Learn them.
Till you learn that, you'll keep going in the same cycle, same merry-go-round of being hurt. The same thing, different man.
Exactly.
Yeah. So is it me?
Yeah.
It's my second point. My third point. My second point. People treat love how they saw love growing up.
Ooh.
Preach. Let that marinate.
Let's be quiet.
Let that simmer.
Let's be quiet.
Me personally, let me speak about my personal experience. I have a very hard time. I'm an abuser. Because I just sat down and I thought, wait a minute, these niggas watch my podcast. But anyways, the way I handle men really streams from the fact that I was brought up by a single mom. Fantastic mother. Love you, mommy. You did a great job. But the fact that I did not grow up with a male figure in my life makes it very... I trust easily. I'm very easy to trust men till at some point I'm like, wait a minute, this is not it. This is not the gold. It was just glittering, but it's not the gold. And I'm unlearning how to just easily trust people. Because anytime I experience male love, it comes as a foreign feeling. And I kid you not, every man I have loved has come with a different feeling. I mean, it's the same love kind of feeling, but every one of them makes me feel different. And I'm like, this is him. This is the one. Till I find out that it's not the one. So I personally think that if I had grown up with a 2-parent household, maybe my outlook on love would have been different.
Girl, let me clock you.
Because she grew up with two parents.
Up with 2 parents. I feel like my mom and my dad's relationship is beautiful. Like,
it's really beautiful. Oh my God.
Like, they're really boys and stuff.
They're really in love.
But by the end of the day, those are not the only people I grew up around who formed my love map. I have 3 brothers who influenced deeply how I view men. I have a cousin who I'm really close to who's also influenced how I see men. And the thing is, sometimes there's this assumption that when you come from 2-parent households that, you know, you'll be more secure. Some people have parents who are, you know, one parent is extremely complacent. So you grow up thinking, oh, women shouldn't have a voice. That impacts how you date.
How you see women,
how you see men, how you see relationships. Or you grew up in a household where your mom was the dominant one and your dad was submissive. It impacts how you view all these things. So the honest truth is, every single person, single parent, double, no parent, the way your childhood was set up is, I think of it this way, like a kid is like a blank slate. You're born, some people are even born, the kids are dumb. Like, mtu mwingine ametoka kwa tumbo, the one job you should be able to know how to do is to breathe. And you have to be pinched or spanked for you to learn how to breathe. Breathing is like the most basic thing a human being is supposed to be able to do. Na lazima uchapwe ku breathe. So babies literally know nothing when they're born, right? You knew nothing when you were born. Every single thing that you know about love, relationships, sex, money, your body image was instilled in you by someone around you. It might have been a brother who told you were fat every day or skinny. It might have been a sibling who took time to walk with you and tell you, okay, fine, this is how this is done. Every little thing impacts you. You're a blank slate. Right. So,
because even my siblings have really influenced my love map. Like, it's not, I'm not saying that they're not thriving in their relationships, but there is not one single one that's none of us are married, right? And we're a lot. We're many kids, and none of us are married. Maybe it stems from the fact that our parents did not finish their marriage. I don't know. I'll never know. We'll never know. But it's just, I don't know. There's just this notion of maybe it's how we grew up that influences how we are.
I really like the fact that you brought that up, because now with that knowledge, people assume that, like I said, human beings don't like discomfort. So you tend to mimic or replicate what you've seen. But if you're a person who's looking for healthier relationships, it's not impossible to get them. They will feel unfamiliar in the beginning.
Yeah.
But if you fully understand that, I grew up in a home where, I didn't see XYZ and I want to see XYZ, you can learn how to see XYZ. Like, you can learn that, okay, my dad used to do this to my mom. I don't want to do this to my nini. So what used to make him do it? What do I have that trait? Am I going to be that person? So yes, how you saw love growing up, deadass really affects how you love as an individual.
That is true.
And even, unfortunately, even the type of love you receive.
Yeah.
If you grew up not feeling like your parents were emotionally there for you, or when you're emotionally starved, emotions feel very unfamiliar to you. So even when people really love you,
it's scary.
It's scary.
It's really scary. I won't lie to you. When we started becoming friends in the beginning, I felt like you will suffocate me. Like, I was like, oh my God, does she ever want some alone time? Now you go an hour without responding to my text. I'm like, is she dead? Are you dead? So,
and I feel like it took getting used to.
It did.
It also took a lot of reassurance, and because I know for a fact I would always like try and like be like, do you need space? Do you need this? I tried to also accommodate like who you are.
Yeah.
Because by
could
the
you
end of the
tell
day,
that I'd run away when it's like getting too much for
dated
me?
avoidance my entire life. Like, you're like my ideal partner.
Oh my days. I know. Just come marry me.
So I got used to it. I just found a way to accommodate you and how you are, because there's something I'm fond of saying. Even people who are broken still deserve love. Like, even people, even me who's anxiously attached, and I still deserve love and respect. So yeah, it also affects venye unapendana. And it's a really sad state of affairs that unaweza fika place yenye how you grew up is what is barring you from getting the type of love that you want. I think to add on that, we could say that people will only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
People will meet you only as deeply as they've met themselves. I don't want to really like hammer that in, because I feel like that's very self-explanatory. But the one thing I will say is, if you're a deep person, if you are interested in having deep conversations, or communicating when things go wrong, or, communicating when things go right, if you're that type of a person and you meet someone who is not like that, it is not because you're too much.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not because you're gullible that you've trusted them. It's not. Sometimes people reject even things that are good for them because they have no capacity to hold on to it. Like, that's just it. It doesn't mean when mse mbaya, unaweza kuwa na mashida zako, kila mtu ako na mashida zake. But like, the way this person, people are only going to show up. If I show up for myself 30%, you can't expect me to show up for you 70. Nato happy 70. Just you're 70.
And personally, even I feel like I don't want to single out a relationship, but the relationship that I'm experiencing right now, without the failed relationships, this wouldn't be what it is now. Yeah, I don't think I would appreciate these people as much as I do now if I didn't put in the work. Like, I know how I am and how I am as an avoidant. So, and I can tell, oh, this person is anxiously attached. Yeah, and they're trying to really love me. So let me meet them halfway, right? See me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Like, isilabas inasonga rocker. A relationship will not fix your loneliness. Hayo tu kwa sasa.
Nimeboeka gwaheri.
Nimeboeka gwaheri. Bye.
Bye.
But there's no, a relationship really won't fix your loneliness. If you don't like your own company, if you don't like having fun on your own, like, a relationship should be an addition to who you are. It's not your whole identity. And if it is, girl, check yourself.
Let me tell you something. For both men and women in their 20s, as a person who spent a majority of her 20s in a relationship, I really wish I'd have given myself more space to find out who I am. Now I am doing it.
Yeah.
And it's fun as shit. I get surprised every single day.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, uku ni wapi? Look at me being funny.
I feel like you've really changed.
I really changed.
Yeah.
And though I wasn't dating because I was lonely, but I understand how people could do it, because it's very difficult to just be alone.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But I do know people who
can
are
get
unable to be alone.
I know such people too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're dating from that perspective, you will always be at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't like your own company, the sound of your voice when no one else is there, it's always going to be a dangerous place, because that means you're filling your head with other people's voices.
Yeah. Not your voice.
Not your voice.
Which is the most important voice.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that specific point, what you've just said, for me is specifically for people who are younger than us.
Yeah.
I feel like it can also be for people who are older, but especially people who are in their 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. It will not fix it.
No.
It won't make it any better. You'd rather learn yourself.
Yeah.
Do I like painting? Do I like coloring? Do I like walking?
I feel like in your early 20s, please do not be in a relationship.
If you can avoid.
It should be put in the constitution.
Actually, mimi kama mtu. Actually, age of nini na
kupanda. By the way, our parents, you know what? Those people are really wise. Wako na wisdom. My mom told me you have no business dating before 25. I wish I just listened.
Listen, like, it's actually insane, because before that age, how jijui, bro.
And my mom, actually in uni, my mom was a very strict parent. But in uni, she was like, you go have fun. Meet every person you can meet. Know what you like, what you don't like. If you got 25, go find a boyfriend.
Yeah.
We are. I'm in a long-term relationship at 22. I had no business in being in that relationship.
Like, let me tell you something. The quality, there's someone I was telling, and this is gonna sound like a diss. It's not. I'm so happy I never got married before 25.
Oh my God, me I'd have been married.
I was
actually
like,
both of us would have been married if we stayed in those relationships. Me, I'd have been married with 3 children.
Mimi, I would have been at like 1. But like, honestly, honest to God, guys, like, I'm so happy. And it's not a diss to anyone who got married young. It's not Nini.
Because there's some of our friends who are flourishing in their marriages. Well. And we are so jealous, by the way. Me, personally, now, angalianga tu zile za.
You remember when we were traveling?
Oh my God! There was this couple seated in front of us.
So cute.
I kept telling her that Wako so in love. Wangalia wase Wako in love. What the hell? What the hell?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even boy say in love, it's really good, but you're never gonna genuinely be in love with anyone if you're not in love with yourself. Yeah. And that's me. I'm telling you this from actual experience. I'm not telling you this at the Junachikia or say, come on.
Lakini nitakuja hizo weddings, msikose kutuinvite. Msikose kutuinvite juu mimi niko na vitenge nyingi.
I think my next point, around the last points that we're gonna say, is you love. Love is a very, very, very big emotion. And if you follow me on Instagram, or if you are my friend, or
if you just watch her TikTok reposts,
if you watch them, I'm telling you, I say this every single time to every single person. Like I just told you guys like a few minutes ago, I was in a long-term relationship, and when this relationship ended, and I mean like finally ile point nilikubali acha kitu inivunja kabisa.
Do I actually know what point that was? Wait, what's that lady? Enough is enough.
When I I finally fucking decided that this relationship is I'm gonna give up hope. I'm done with this relationship. I had a therapy session. My therapist, big boy, like
big man.
He's really carried me, guys. Mimi nilikuwa kiwete, nilikuwa nabeba hivi kama watu wa kulamba huko.
Usipo mention kwa wedding yako.
Front row seat.
Bra. Asipokuwa kwa high table na wewe.
Ako kidogo akateketi.
Na jam. Cake matron. Dr. Rick, remember this day.
But one of the most profound things this man said to me was, at least now you know how big the emotion of love is.
It is.
And I remember being fucking pissed, bro. Niko cheki umsako hapa ananiambia philosophy na mimi hata sitafuni chakula. Chakula cha ipiti kwa throat bwana.
Analia ile. Now we can laugh about it.
Now we can laugh.
Hey,
it was not funny.
God.
It was not funny.
It was not funny in the middle of two rivers.
It
was not funny.
It was not funny. But like he said, love, at least now you know how big the emotion of love is. And I realized that I was so deeply in love with this person. Like I really cared about them, right? And getting over them, it's taken me a year and a half, I want to say.
Close to 2 years, babe.
Yeah, to fully get over this relationship. Yeah. And it was because you do not realize how much of yourself you give when you start falling in love. You don't. You just give it because you're like, oh my God, umsana bamba.
Yeah.
You give and you give and you give. And then when it doesn't work, when you have to finally experience that loss, yeah, it's such a heavy emotion. And the thing is, I'm not even speaking about it like from a negative point of view. I want people to be very aware that they're falling in love, because then you cannot take it for granted as well. It's not just about, I don't want to be hurt. It's also so that you could learn to appreciate the fact that someone is choosing to love you.
Yeah.
That emotion, we trivialize it so much. We wake up in the morning, we're like, imagine ajaniongelesha ni sawa. Mr. Mongelesha.
It's okay. Yeah, ako sawa mali yuko. Kama hata niongelesha. Or like how niggas go like, au dem ananisumbua. Or how... I hate that shit.
I hate it as well.
I hate that shit. Like kama nakusumbua so wachana na mimi.
Like unaget. So we trivialize love so much on a daily basis. Therefore, when we never fucking realize how big that emotion is until it's taken away from us, until someone dies, until that relationship ends, until you lose that business. You never fucking realize how much of yourself you've given until there's loss. And I find that so sad. Yeah. And that's a lesson I learned in 2025, that love is such a big, beautiful emotion. And it's big, guys. It's not a small thing, because regardless of whether or not I live to 100, I will always remember at one point I was in love with this person, right?
Yeah.
I cared about them, right? So if this is a person I'll never be able to erase from my memory, I should have been able to be aware of how freaking in love I was.
And it's my last point will build off Gadoni's point, which is, if you're ever in doubt, please ask yourself if this is the best you can do.
Yeah.
And if it is, well, beba mzigo yako wende.
Yeah. If it is not.
But if it is not, which the answer is almost always certain that you can do better. Manze, step
better.
Ishia.
Choose
yourself.
I'll tell you, for example, Mimi, I remember like being in a situation where I basically found out this person was like messing with like hella people, yeah? And this person was so offended that I wasn't letting it go. And I remember, I'm like, first of all, you're not the richest nigga I know.
No.
Not the cutest, not the...
not even the tallest.
Nothing. No. And I remember telling myself, if I decided one day to be the babes who settle and marry for money, not that it's a good thing, that's gonna be a whole other episode. But like, not that it's a good thing, but if I was to be able to just say like, oh, you know what, this person gives me a lifestyle and I'm gonna get married to them, would you be the man I'd pick?
Is it?
And I was so offended that he thought that that's the best I could. Yani, sitaisamehe hiyo situation. Si nilikuwa naangalia simu yangu nashindwa kama network yenye tunatumia ni the same. Hizi ndo text zenye watu wengine wanapata ama ni mimi peke yangu napata hii text. So if you're ever in a freaking situation where someone is forcing you to accept less than you really, really, really
you can always
do better.
Do
guys.
better.
Hey, bwana. Usiwaye kwa pali unasema ati hey, huku kwetu yeye peke yake ndo ako na gari. Sijai kuna mtu ako na gari uko nje atakupenda.
Manzena atakupenda na kila kitu. Oh my God, atakupenda na kila kitu. It's crazy.
Yeah. Don't be like, oh yeah, he's the person who has like connections. Go find your own connections. They're there.
Yeah, because it's crazy because we've both left really toxic relationships. Not recently or, at we are paid timelines, but like we've also found really amazing love. You will fall in love again.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Granted, you will fall in love again. After that man who treated you like shit.
After only a bubbles.
I feel like the love that comes right after.
The bubbles come up what?
The love that comes right after is so
Unajua guys, tunacheka story na si funny. Haikuwa funny your time.
Haikuwa funny, bro. Haikuwa funny. But like now we can laugh because I'd say now we're in a good space. Now we're learning. We're still learning. Hatujafika, hatujamaliza syllabus, but we're still learning this thing called love. But we're in a better
and you guys just
space to see it now.
Feel free to like tell us what you guys have learned so far.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you guys comment some shit and I'm like, wow.
How did I not think of that?
How did I not think of that? Like, I really want you guys to tell us about this thing because I feel like I don't want this to be a podcast where we shun relationships and how difficult they can be, or for people who are struggling, especially guys who are like from long-term relationships, 10-year relationships.
We want to hear your thoughts.
Like divorced.
Early marriages.
We want to hear about the things that, have shaped you when it comes to love.
Cheaters, tell us why you cheat.
Yeah, non-cheaters, tell us why you don't.
Yeah.
Like, what's up? I'm not roaster. Kuna
I want a list. Josie Majana lists.
We're done. Love you guys.
That joke was really nice. In my head. Till next time, please miss us.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.